It's a Saturday morning and all looks quiet outside this hall in central Auckland. But inside, it's a hive of activity as models and singers get ready to bring some warm Filipino sounds and colourful garments to a down-under audience. This is no ordinary fashion show. These aren't ordinary garments, and there's a very good reason bananas are being given away outside.
It is a wonderful thing to be able to make clothes from banana stems, and to be able to process that and take it out to the world is amazing. It's a great result.
Around half the bananas sold in New Zealand are grown on farms run by Dole Sunshine Company in the Philippines. As the harvested bananas head for export markets, the plant pseudostems are left behind. Some of these are used to regenerate the soil as organic fertilisers, but each year millions of pseudostems are left over.
That waste is then taken to local members of the community where they extract the fabric, weave into a fabric that we call Musa fabric, the name coming from Musa combinata, the Cavendish banana. Once that's sold, part of that profit goes back into the indigenous communities.
The Musa Fabric project has stopped banana pseudostems being buried or rotting in fields and prevented the release of thousands of tonnes of carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. It's also providing much-needed work for local communities and penal colony inmates in the southern Philippines.
The waste that we have in the farms brought us into a partnership with Musa Fabric, where they produce fabric and ultimately create clothing, fashion clothing at times, and this has been a wonderful partnership.
Dole Sunshine Company is actually a Japanese company, so we follow the Japanese principle of sampo yoshi, which means that everything we do must be good for the buyer, good for the seller, and good for the community.
It's not only the Philippines where Dole takes its message of people, prosperity, planet seriously.
Oki is a local charity here in New Zealand, and we build outdoor classrooms for kids to learn and grow. And having a space outdoors is just good for all kids because they can just have a space to call their own, have the pride in growing something, which is pretty cool.
Dole New Zealand is a foundation partner with Oki, which installs vegetable gardens in Kiwi schools. The gardens are constructed by dozens of volunteers in just one day, drawing on community involvement and the idea that many hands make light work.
The Oki Working Bees are where the magic happens, and we bring all the community together to get the space built, which is what makes us unique.
Oki approached us. We immediately thought it was a wonderful idea. I think behind most New Zealanders there is a gardener. I think it's really important that children are aware that they can grow their own food, and not only that, grow up very well.
As we've grown, we've seen more and more schools are needing these spaces, especially for the kids that are struggling in a classroom. Put them in an outside environment and they just thrive.
Dole's sponsorship of Oki builds on an already strong relationship with New Zealand, and the company estimating that most Kiwi households would have at least one Dole product in the pantry or in a fruit bowl.
We're providing a healthy product, naturally grown through wonderful conditions to the people of New Zealand from a foreign country. It's wonderful.
Back in central Auckland, the fashion show is in full swing, with many of the brightly coloured Musa fabric outfits featuring the distinctive Filipino shoulder pad or boleros. In the plaza outside, Filipino barbecue treats and dancing keep the festivities going, while the fashion show winners pose for the cameras in Auckland Harbour. Their stunning bright outfits lighting up the overcast day.
It's amazing what you can do out of banana waste. So, who would think that you could do sustainable fashion out of a banana plant?